Welcome to Underground. We're here for IPW Underground. As we say, we got three big boy battles here tonight on an epic show of full-on proportions. I'm Fury, your host with the absolute most, bringing you the juiciest of the juice straight off of the Royal Rumble last night, which was honestly pretty gosh darn epic. I mean, got some returns, debuts in some regards as well. Do I agree with some of the name changes? No. Royce Keys, formerly Powerhouse Hobbs, making his debut. Whether or not he goes to the main roster immediately is an interesting proposition, considering the fact that I would say he is very green. I'd say he's probably going to NXT, but getting that Royal Rumble debut is pretty gosh darn sweet. Anyway, we've got three bouts tonight, all of which are going to be pretty epic. We've got two men's and then one epic main event. It's an 8-way KO fest where the winner gets a shot at the champ. You don't want to miss that one. But as we ready the arena, we've got a submission match opener for you tonight. And just looking at the matchup, this is gonna kick ass. So without further ado, let's get into this one. Well, as the dogs exit the room, the Underground becomes home.
Is a submission match. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable.
To those that are ready, willing, and Gable. 0-1 in the Underground so far, but that was not this version of Chad Gable, as the big man now, fresh off of his Olympic stint. This look, this moniker, certainly is a dominant one. Alpha Academy, prior to that, was American Alpha. And that's what this Chad Gable embodies. He's got the tie-dye gear, but has he got a hope at dealing with this technical wrestling prowess?
And his opponent from England, weighing in at 211 pounds, Zach Saban Jr.
It's all about technical wrestling to start the show. A submission match as well. Puts two of the best on the mat. One an Olympian, one hardened on the British independent scene, and then translating it to success in New Japan. Saber looks ready to go here tonight. Both 0-1 in their respective debuts in the Underground. Now looking to make it 1-1 in one direction. Who will get there though? We'll find out as the bell rings and we are underway. The grapple missed there for Gable. And it's Saber with the advantageous hook up here. Gonna force his opponent into the corner to start this bout off. Clean break, more or less, until Saber delivers a little big right, and then a nice German suplex to get this matchup going in his favor. Both men known for submission offense. Gable, that ankle lock, one of his more prolific weapons in his arsenal. Nice technical wrestling here from Gable. Gut wrench slams into the mat, and As for Saber, has his own submission game, known for an arm triangles, octopus holds, arm bars, anything that can contort a body, he has got it in his kit. A third tie up here after Gable took the second is now going to go in favor of Saber. Wrist lock applied. Gable transitions out into a more dominant position, forcing pressure now onto the elbow joint. Saber, wise to get out of it, takes the back of Gable, can transition into submissions here, fully into an armbar or into maybe a rear naked choke. Gable can slip out the back. That's his method of getting away from this, but Saber's not going to allow it. Instead, it's a transition into a side headlock or a headlock position on a seated opponent. Almost a rear naked, but it is a strong position, staying quite high on the body of Gable. Allows for a strike to come in as well. Big shot there from Gable, gonna level the playing field, and now armbar applied. One arm trapped as well, and that's gonna force Saber into action. Ripcords that arm down to the mat, but I'm still functioning for Gable, able to use a line off of it, and then hit a drop kick in the corner. This is Gable in control. Hits the back of Saber, and these two are coming to blows in the center of the ring. Who will win out on this trade? Well, it's Gable right now. A nice stiff knife edge chop catches the second punch, and Saber cannot connect until now. Both trading chops, and then a bitch slap from Saber. He's firing back, but it's Gable that wins the exchange, picks the ankle, and he's got the ankle lock in. Will he get a tap? The answer's no. Rope break called here by a big referee, Gregor Thee. Gable trying to keep the pressure on. Saber, wise to it, escapes it and comes through with a lariat. Chad struggling right now. That must have been a lights out shot. He's been busted open as Saber now sends him for a run. It's reverse Saber up over the top. Off the ropes he goes, ducks the line, and now going to come through. Big clothesline of his own. He drops Chad and now has the opportunity to go on the offensive. Takes the back, Snapdragon. Chad taken down. Saber can slow the pace down, look for the most opportune submission, and he's got that arm triangle locked in. Gable in tight, gonna be forced to tap out, and Saber picks his first W up in the underground. Well, as we look at the action here, it was a fairly quick affair. And it's very reminiscent of an MMA matchup, more or less. It was trading in positions, a lot of striking, looking for the big shots. And once Saber hit the Snapdragon, Gable was on wobbly legs already and gets caught in the arm triangle. He was going to be forced to tap out.
Here is your winner, Zack Saban Jr.
What I will say is, Gable, unfortunate with his positioning, could have maybe got the win himself if that ankle lock was better positioned. But in the end, Saber utilizes the rope break and then comes back on the full offensive. And well, we get to go towards our next matchup with a bit more of an interesting setup, because we still continue with the men's action. And it's not about the submissions for this one. It is more so about the striking, the knockout game, as we will be returning back into the underground in a couple of seconds once I find that man's name. There we go. But we have 2 debuts down here in the underground ready for you, and it's going to be a lights out performance. Hopefully there's not too much ego in it. Let's get into this matchup. I hit the New Year's Clash stinger. No! Thankfully, it's quick enough to get us into the underground in time for this entrance. As the stage is set, the fire burns, and the candles can be felt. That it's lights out time as a knockout is brewing. Aleister Black entering the underground surprisingly for the first time. And he has been drawn duties into an underground sanctioned battle. No ropes. All KOs, all submissions are a go. Only one of these two can net the victory. And Black, the type of star to thrive in a situation like this. Kickboxing background for the Dutch star. Capable of knocking out an opponent in a flash. Forging a path on primetime. Known for his creative combos. But his opponent is here to kill him with a smile. And bring that ego. As Ethan Page makes his underground debut. And as you can see, he's coming to the ring with a little brash attitude. He does not care that he's gonna face a killer in the ring. And to be honest, if I was him, I would probably not have this attitude. I'd maybe have some confidence, because you need it if you are to survive a battle with Aleister Black. But let's see if he can step up to the plate. An underground match ready for you. But let's find out the rules for this sanctioned bout. No countouts, no pinfalls, KO, TKO, or submission are ways to win. Mike Rome, take it away with official introductions.
The following is an NXT Underground match. The only ways to win are by knockout or submission. Introducing first, from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, weighing in at 215 pounds, Aleister Black. And from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 214 pounds, All Ego, Ethan Page.
Well, both men look ready. Confidence being exuded by both of them. But will that confidence be misjudged? A big boot from Page to kick us off, as this is going to be all about the striking, I feel. Submissions, not really in the game of either man. I'd say Black may have the better flurry if he goes for him, but as we started off, both landing a big strike to take the opponent down. Black sends Page to the apron, gonna get caught. No, back to belly to back suplex, connects onto the floor. And that's the issue with no ropes. attacks, launching someone out the squared circle. Certainly a prolific weapon. Now it's the Black, known for them, but the issue is right now he is on the defensive. Black receiving heavy shots here by All Ego Ethan Page. Scoop slam puts him down, and All Ego since falling to the outside, maybe the wake up he needed to get into this. Has not looked back. Armbar applied. And well, I was saying it wasn't really in either men's weapon arsenal. It looks like All Ego wants to escape this battle as quick as possible. If I was him, I'd maybe be a bit more wise with my attacks and go for submission holds, like heel hooks, ankle locks, those type of attacks onto Black. Nullify that kickboxing background that he has, but not going to be the case here. And instead, he's just going to bust him open with some pure ruthless strikes. Black not going to let that affect him. Meteora runs into All Ego, but that's the ring post, hitting the skull of a busted open Black already. Pressure you have to feel going to be felt by both men here making their debut in the underground. Black, the more experienced here in IPW, and he's maybe going to let that show. Stomping into All Ego. But Page fires back. Clothesline dropping Alistair, and then, oh! It looked like a RKO of sorts. Maybe even just a bulldog. Launching Black to the outside. Alistair still able to fight. Grabs a hold of Ethan Page, sends him for a little run into the barricade. A knee strike connects from Alistair, and he's not done yet. The barricade going to be utilized as a weapon. Sets Black up to eat a big boot. And now Alistair can unload. The combos can be prolific, ending in Black mass. The shot just massive, and he guns through another spinning high knee. Ethan Page needs to find something. Tries to maybe grab a hold of Black there, and All Ego's edge could have been coming. Running pump kick misses for Alistair, but a swinging neck breaker does not for All Ego. Both men down. As the energy in this arena just fills both men, giving it their all. It's Page up to his feet first. Belly, no, Uranagi. Switch up in midair to deliver that one, and he is not done yet. Has a hold of Alistair, going up to the All Egos. Edge off the barricade and the apron, sorry. Black in trouble now. He's already thrown out his big shot, but he was unable to capitalize and keep the pressure on Ethan Page, who's now just landed his big shot and kept the pressure on. Alistair, though, fighting back, catches Ego and launches him back to the ringside. The action not done out here just yet. Page actually just going to be launched back in. I tell a lie. The action's done out there. And Alistair hobbling to the corner, lining up the shot. Bang! Busts open Page with that shin. And now, added insult to injury, punches dropped onto the temple. And that may be the kill shot lined up here for Alistair, pointing at Page. Hooks him up. Sheer drop brainbuster. Black firing on all cylinders now, launching Page into the ring post. He needs one more shot, I feel, to put an end to this one. Ripcord knee. Not the shot I thought, but it might end in Black mass, is what I'm thinking. The running high knee connects for Black, keeping Page at bay. And now, trying to send him into the crowd, but that's the Black mass. Distraction of the toss into the knockout. And Black connects with it with ease. All ego Ethan Page had his moment. He had that chance. Hit the big shots. Ego's edge, pretty imperfect, but when it returned back into that ring, Black came back with a brainbuster. Then the follow-up shots into the ring post. And then the action ending on the outside. No weapons needed for this underground match. And it was understandable. Both men brought their own heavy weaponry. As this bang, dropping down Page, and then the setup, ducks the shot, the double knee, that cycling knee, and then again sends him running, and then bang, lights out.
Here is your winner, Aleister Black.
And tonight, everything faded to black for Ethan Page, as Aleister Black earns his first victory in the underground. Certainly a way to do it, making his name in that debut. And well, folks, Black's made his name. It's time to make some more. One of these 8 women is going to win and go on to a championship opportunity against a new champion in the underground. Who will earn it is the question. But one of these ladies' O's has to go. I don't know if I can really say that, but I have. Anyway. As my dogs get rowdy, it's time for me to get rowdy as the KO Fest can commence. This feels very much like a precursor to Conquest. Well, that's a game crash. Nice. Hello, it's me again. We're gonna just get back into things as you do. Did not expect it to crash. But when you bring so much into a matchup like this, it's understandable. And I can't wait for it to crash at Conquest. That's for damn sure. Oh, I'm knocking everything. Anywho. Gives me a chance to reposition. But an 8-way at Conquest, certainly, it could be interesting, to be honest, how that one will shift, but that's something we can talk about while we wait for this to load up again. 2K26 announced. CM Punk on the cover. I've read a lot of big changes for Universe Mode, which will help with this, and obviously one of the biggest is the draft coming into how we can run things. Obviously, we'll probably do a new draft, and that I really cannot wait to do as well. IPW could be in a interesting situation come March 6th. And I'm just going to look at when that date actually is. Because we're obviously now into February. It's Friday. So what we'll probably end up doing is what we did last year. The first show of Primetime and Breakdown will be the 10th. And I believe we will probably do a special week for draft week yet again. But yeah, enough talking from me. Let's head into the underground for our main event, and hopefully this time we can get past the TBC tank. We already know it's Shotzi in this matchup. TCB tank enters and fires off its shot.
Is an elimination match. Making her way to the ring from Oakland, California, Shotzi.
As you heard there, Mike Rome announcing this as a elimination match, and he is not wrong. The only ways to win it are pretty simple. Knock your opponent out. Yeah, it's simple as that. As said, someone's O has to go, and with the fact that Shotzi has competed in the underground before, her O has already been perfect. The only lady in this matchup with a even record of 1-1. There is a debuting star in this battle, but that is not to be worried about. We are kind of just trying to perforate some of the 1-0 records. And a knockout fest is probably the best way to do it. 8 women obviously competing in this one as a warm-up for Conquest. Zelina, best record in this matchup, 2-0.
And representing the LWO from Queens, New York, Zelina Vega.
In fact, apart from Shotzi, has the most matches in this matchup in the underground. Vega 2-0 doesn't look that impressive on paper, but I believe that record does include the first loss on Ivy Nile's record. We know how dominant Nile was in the underground before losing the championship. We haven't seen her in a couple of weeks, in fact, since losing the belt. And that's a nice thing to probably say and see. But if you look at Vega's record, 2-0.
From Fontana, California, Michin.
And no championship opportunity. She must feel hard robbed considering Sol got hers 1-0. But tonight, if Vega wins, she gets the shot that she so rightly deserves. But one of these other ladies could just steal it yet again from under her grasp. We'll find out if that's the case, as Michin, another 1-0 representative in this battle. The rest of the field are in a similar situation of 1-0s, bar one of them. Alba Fire surprisingly has a 1-0 record down here, as the fire burns around her.
And representing the unholy union from Glasgow, Scotland, Alba Fire.
It's certainly interesting when you see Alba Fire, who her record reflects such interest. Made her name here in the Underground more so than what she has done on Primetime and Breakdown. Looking to continue the success that she found in her debut. And now, can she do something that she is probably not the favored to do and win a KO battle with 7 other ladies involved? Zelina probably hard favorite for this matchup. But when you look at how a bout like this kind of works, you have to really have true grit, determination to survive the big shots and surprise the competition. I would say so far of this field,
And representing Legado del Fantasma from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Electra Lopez.
you have a lot of truly big grit stars. I would say Michin in that battle fire, another lady with a lot of raw grit and determination. But this lady making her way to the ring, kind of an unknown factor in IPW. Elytra got a debut W, a pretty surprising one at that. I expected her to not win, but indeed she did, and maybe she could ride that momentum here in this KO Fest. As for her last, well, one of the last ladies to make her way to the ring, this is true grit, true power.
From Port St. Lucie, Florida, Jada Parker.
As Miss Parker makes her way to the ring, strutting with confidence. And I, for one, think that she can demolish some of these ladies. If it's not a win for her tonight, it is probably most eliminations. But we shall have to see if that is the case. Number 7.
And representing the Pure Fusion Collective from Shamal, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Has the hair up, ready to square up. Sonya Deville takes the walk to the ring with confidence. And the big thing about a KO Fest is these knockouts can happen anywhere in this arena. And when we look at how the Conquest qualifiers have gone on Breakdown and Primetime, it was about picking your moment and striking. In a bout like this, it's less about that. It is more so hiding your way and just surviving. And just landing the big shot to get the W.
And their opponent from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Last one out is making her debut here in the Underground. It's Cora Jade. Surprisingly has not competed down here yet. And I say surprising, I would have thought that she would have had a bout in the Underground, but clearly not the case. And tonight she's going to be put to the test She probably wants to keep a hold of that kendo stick for when this battle begins, but we shall see if this is her night to get a 1-0 record and a shot at Sol Ruka's Underground Championship. Well, we're underway. 8 women battling for a shot, as we say, against Sol Ruka. Zelina landing the first high-flying maneuver, a tornado DDT out the corner. Battling, you should expect early to be pretty close overall, as all of these ladies really just want to build up some early reps, get kind of a taste for the battle, and know really who they can deal with. Because let's be honest, not every woman has the right weaponry, right arsenal to deal with all of their opponents. And whether or not you like it or not, there's always that one chance, one opportunity that could end with some shock and awe. Big time spear connects there from Sonya. She drops Cora Jade. It's Shotzi and Zelina battling. Michin eating a Elytra Lopez German suplex combo up, down into a vertical. Snap Falcon Arrow from Jada. As we said, this is really about biding your time, looking to strike, and I like the strategy Elytra was kind of doing there. Hanging in the corner, watching on right now, just if a woman comes near her, just launching a shot at her. That's kind of how you have to do this. Also, I like what Alba's doing, hanging on the apron, waiting. Missing though with that drop kick. But again, she is caught again. Vega, snap vertical. Wisely, Cora rolls out to ringside. Is going to get up quite quick and takes her time to return. Smart by Jade. Knowing that it is very much a patient game needed for a battle like this. Michin hooks up Sonya, eating that knee. She'll be on the verge of an elimination as Cora, snap, boom, super kick to the skull of Elytra. Jawbreaker from Sonya. Jade off the ropes. Arm drag takedown forces Vega down. Elytra climbing. Looking to soar in a matchup like this is not probably the best chance to do, considering there are 7 other ladies who are in perfect position maybe to just flatten you. Eats a spinning back elbow from Fire. Just launching a combo of shots. Weaponry has been brought into the picture. Can really take over a match. I believe there was a neat defeat there. No, there! Onto DeVille by Michin. She probably hit that Pele kick of hers. But now she eats a German from Jada. Remember, no submissions, no countouts, no pinfalls. The only way to win is to knock out your opponent. And when we look at how the Underground is, when we had Niall as champion, it was very much all about submissions in that championship bout. Now with Sol in the mix, you got to feel that KOs are coming more prolific. The Soul Snatcher, perfect for that sort of scenario. As big time Uranagi comes through from DeVille, forcing Parker to roll out. Elytra wisely turning on the outside, not getting too involved in the situation. Alba looking to fly. Hits the swanton. Elytra plants Shotzi down but eats a code breaker. Bodies scattered around the ring and at ringside. As Jada launches Michin up and over. We have a table in the mix as well. But that's a choke bomb from Elytra onto Jade. And you have to feel in a matchup like this, you don't really want to be the first lady eliminated. But it's always a possibility at any moment that that one shot is your last. And, well, Jada may be dealing and dishing it out here onto Elytra. Chop across the belly. Charges in and drops the hip into the gut. All of these ladies really giving it their all. And in a matchup like this, you must have eyes in the back of your head. Knowing when and where you could be in danger. As there's a Code Red putting down DeVille on the table. Surprisingly, Sonya back to her feet quickly. Big shot there from Shotzi, and a spine buster from DeVille. Cora Jade and DeVille, a lot of history between those two ladies. Certainly forging new ones in TNA. Right now, it is getting to a difficult situation. Backstabber from Parker onto Shotzi. Hypnotic from Jada. That's going to force fire out the ring. And we're seeing the toughness of all of these ladies in this matchup so far. None of them wanting to give an edge. What I will say is Cora Jade, probably the smartest, spent the most time at ringside. Recovering, keeping herself out of danger. We're seeing a lot of blood probably starting to form in the ring as Michin, what's she going for here? Well, we didn't get a good shot of it, but I believe it was that shin into the face. And DeVille, first woman out. And it's unsurprising with how this matchup has gone, the amount of punishment DeVille has taken. It's probably smart she gets knocked out first. Jada forcing a break, keeping Alba off her. Gonna put her in the corner, and this could be beneficial to Parker. Not gonna be able to connect though. Super kick attempted by Fire, missing. Pretty brazen shot. As now Michin returns to the ring. Elytra and Alba battling. Running power slam as Zelina next target for Michin. Eat, defeat, connects. Big shot needed maybe now to put away Zelina. Take away her perforate it, some may say. Shotzi hooking up Michin though. Fisherman's suplex. Swanton from Fire connects onto Jade, and now the action's getting a bit dicey. Shotzi eats defeat. Still able to fight, rolls out to ringside to survive. Michin's unloaded some heavy artillery recently. Springboard misses for Zelina. Cora's getting back up. Chance to maybe take out Vega. Off the rope she goes. Step up Inzaguri connecting. Irish whip puts Alba on the ropes. And now Cora can look to punish Janice in the hand. But not going to be useful. Hooked up. Corey special. And the heavy artillery of Michin's gone. And so is Cora Jade. We thought Cora had a good shot here. Spending a lot of time recuperating on the ringside. But that gory bomb, just enough to put her away. Shotzi. Spiking Fire. And a shitty little DDT puts down Elytra. It's Jada, Zelina, Shotzi, Elytra, and Fire. all remaining. Backstabber from Vega. One of these four will be getting a shot at Sol Ruka's title. Shotzi spiking Elytra. And now, targeting the legs of Vega. Zelina sent for a run, but this could be a deadly one at that. Shotzi lines her up with the big running knee. Drops the elbow. As Alba and Jada stare each other down. Elytra caught inside the ring with a Hurricane Rana. Cattle mutilation being utilized here by Shotzi. But as you know, it's not a submission match. Swanton connects for Alba. Vega, code red. That's going to put down Shotzi, force her out to ringside. Eyes on Jada, who has just spent a lot of time stuck out here. Taunting as now Vega caught. Gory bombed. And she's gone. There goes that perfect record of hers. Alba putting on a clinic here. Gory bomb position of Elytra. No, it was a gory special that eliminates her. And we're down to 3. Vega, Jada, it's not Vega, Shotzi, Jada, and Fire. One of these 3 are gonna be facing Sol Ruka. Who will it be? Well, as of right now, they're having a little trouble finding each other. Fire. Trying to charge in. The only one moving. In repetitive patterns, don't get me wrong. But as this is happening, I get a chance to update my score sheets. Who has gone already? Meechin went. Zelina gone. Lopez gone. These records are looking pretty nice now. Fire's still in it. Jada's still in it. Shotzi somehow still in it. Fire makes her way back into the ring. And that could open up an avenue of attack. Shotzi's moving. Jada's trying to move. Fire gets out here. Big drop kick connects. And this could be the start of the battle needed. Up, down, gore buster from Fire. Puts down Parker. Jada grabs a hold of her. Returns her to the ring. And now, will Jada return to the ring? That's the real question. Indeed she does. The battle continues. And it's a big clothesline that meets her upon entry. Super kick misses there as Jada up and down. She does the deal. Now, Fire's going to feel a little hypnotic. And she's gone. We're down to 2. It's Alba Fire gone. It's Parker and Shotzi. Who gets to go up against Sol Ruka? Weaponry being brought out here as Jada stands along with the 2 eliminated women. Could that be signs to come? Well, she's certainly going to blow Shotzi a kiss. As the 2 just squaring off against one another. Jada going to go out. And To be honest, that guitar thrown wasn't impactful enough. Because Shotzi's trapped here by our announce desk. Both ladies staring into oblivion. Jada. Oh. Took a look at her opponent. Not going to be able to capitalize. In fact, continues to stare down. Shotzi. Clearly some beef with the fans. Jada. Returning to her outside. I'm tempted to get involved here. Stood here at ringside. Jada gonna go back in the ring. And I am gonna do the thing. I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna take out Zelina. I can't walk this way. There is literally something here blocking it. There we go. I may have just cost Shotzi, but I do not care. Nice shots coming out from Jada. Shotzi escapes out the back. Scorpion Death Drop puts down Parker. It's Parker now taking some punishment. Her licks from this battle as she's returned to the ring. Shotzi, weapon hunting, comes back in and we can keep going. That's a light tube, but not going to be impactful just yet. As Miss Parker hooks up Shotzi and not going to do the deal, instead a gore buster. And that's a good setup, because Shotzi's about to feel hypnotic. Miss Parker unloads, and there's the glass light tube cracked across her. And now, how about it again? Shotzi's already feeling it, and now, knocked out from it. And the shoulders shimmy and shake can come through as Miss Parker gets a shot at Sol Ruka. And it's such a vibe we got from this match as the first elimination hit. It was Michin dishing out that shin attack to the side of the face of Sonya. And as the battle rattled on, more and more of these heavy hits kept coming through. Jada got trapped on the outside. But that wasn't really the end game. This was the first of a couple. The big hypnotic hip attack. The first clinical shot, the light tube for the second. And the third time's a charm with the hip knocking out Shotzi.
Here is your winner, Jada Parker.
Miss Parker will be facing Sol Ruka for the Underground Championship. What a battle that will be. And we will see how that goes. There will be no Underground next week because we're going on a Conquest. Our final week of qualifiers will be happening this week. And with it, a chance to go to Conquest. Miss Parker will have to wait for that shot. No Underground matches on the Conquest card. But for now, you've got a massive show ahead of you next week. Obviously, Conquest. The full live event will be taking place. I can't wait for that, to be honest. But yes, thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you enjoyed these 3 epic bouts. And I'll see you for prime time on Tuesday. Peace out.